Hello, it's me. I'm going to show you how to mix up your color kit I gave you. Okay, everybody should have, it's not going to look exactly like this, but we've got a brush. We have some sticks for mixing. Ooh, you might have some of these papers. If you have really resistant grays, you might not, and that's fine. You're going to have your developer labeled with up to 2 ounces because that's how much is in a tube. You're going to have what we call a pop-up, little plastic baggy guy. You're going to have your color as well, but it's going to be in a box. Okay. Oh, and don't forget your gloves. Use your gloves so you don't make a mess. Okay, so first we're going to start with this. So I've measured out 0.5 of an ounce, which on your little bottles that I gave you will just be that much, or from the top down, that much. So it's leveled to go exactly with how much you have in your tube. So this right here is 0.5. And then on your tubes, we're going to open the box, and in through the sides there, do you see that? How it says 1/4, 1/2, 3/4? So what you're going to do is you're just going to squeeze out that first top quarter. And I'm just going to encourage you to only mix up for your part line. And let's just do that for now, okay? So we're going to squeeze out 0.5 of an ounce of color. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. I'm using the end of this tube, so don't mind me. Okay, so we got those guys. We got equal parts color to developer. Then comes in your trusty little sticks. So I want you to mix it all up. Mix, mix, mix. This is so then you don't get a mucky brush, the reason I'm doing that. So you can use your brush, but then you're probably going to want to wash it after so you have a bit more control of what you're doing. So mix it up so it's like a yummy pudding consistency. Please don't eat it, that would not be smart. Okay, mixa. Okay, wipe it off. All right, now my child's probably gonna interrupt us. What else is new? And then we're gonna use our brush. Okay, so now I'm gonna go over and I'm gonna show you how to touch up your roots and how long you wanna leave it on for. Okay, so next I'm going to show you how to get the product on your brush to make sure that you don't make a big mess. Don't be alarmed, you guys, I'm wearing a wig because I don't actually touch up my roots. So, here's my brush, here's my mixture. What you want to do is you want to tap it in. So see how I don't have a ton on the brush? You can do it that way. If you feel like you go a little bit crazy on it, just go and tap it on the sides so you have a bit more control. You don't want it gooping all over the place, right? You want to have control so you can paint it on your roots exactly where you need it, okay? So keep your brush nice and clean if you can. And remember, we're just doing along the part line and the temples. Enough to cover up your regrowth so you're going to be okay for the time being, okay? Okay, next up I'm going to just do it on my wig. And I am just using some conditioner to mimic what we're doing. Okay, so, hello. Ooh, here's this wig. Very nice. All right, so I've got my brush. And so what I'm gonna do is you're gonna wanna part your hair nicely down the middle. Yeah, I guess you're gonna have to do this in a mirror. This is gonna be tricky because I've never done it on myself really, but you guys can do this. If I can do this, you can do this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold it down on this side so then all those hairs don't come with it from that side, right? And we're going to paint and bring it over. Make sure it's nice and saturated on both sides though, okay? You don't want to bring it too far down in the front. So in through here, this is where we want to keep some of that lightness. So just do a little bit in through the front. Unless you've got a lot of gray percentage, then go for it, guys. Okay, excuse my camera. And in through here, we're gonna do it again over here, holding it tight on that side, pulling it over to the root, make sure you've got enough saturation, right? And same thing in through to the back. You kind of want to get back there. If you have someone at home with you, which I'm assuming you do, if you don't, that's okay too. Just do your best, right? Split it down the middle, blindly go in there. Try and get as many grays covered as you can. Okay, next up we're gonna go around the hairline, which I don't actually have a hairline, guys. See how I'm wearing a wig here? But I'll pretend. Okay, so I'm going around here, boop, boop. Not too much again, right? We don't wanna get rid of all that lightness if there is any. There's my real hair, I'm not gonna actually get that. but you would go all the way down to the temples, right? Paint, 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 all the way down to the temples. Temples can be really tricky, and that's where those little pieces of paper come in handy afterwards. So after that, my suggestion would be go in with the tip of this guy and follow it along, maybe just like, I want to say 1/4 of an inch or like a centimeter, not even, enough that you can still see through it, right? Because you want to be able to get that nice and saturated in all the spots. And you're going to do the same thing again. So I'm pulling with tension over here, and I'm wipe, wipe, wipe. Okay, so make sure you're parting wherever you're parting normally, because we're just covering up what we need to. And then we're going to do it again. Pull it and separate it. This is tricky again because I'm wearing a wig, so just keep that in mind. Pulling it with enough tension here that you've got control. Paint, wipe, wipe, wipe. Okay, so really nice and saturated. I know you guys will do a better job than me. Then grab that piece of hair and be like, okay, I got that side. Do. Okay, I got that side. So essentially you've done kind of like 2 little rows over. And then I'm going to go this way as well. So go with your the tail end of that brush, and you're going to pull it over this way. Grab your product, still keeping this brush nice and clean, right? And then what I'm going to say here is like pull this over here and then pull this tight here. And that way you can get everything. So sweep in one direction so you're not getting all those little hairs and getting all, you know, stressed out that there's hairs everywhere. And another little strip. This is hard to do. It's hard to do in the video. Wow. Okay. You guys have this though. I know you can do it. Because I know you don't want to stare at your grays for the next 18 months or however long we're going to be. Okay. And another one. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Yay. So if you're trying to get a bit more coverage in through the back here, what I would suggest is you could almost do like a little half circle. Just make sure that you're covering enough, that you've covered enough up here, and then go under here and do another section like that. Again, wearing a wig, so I don't know what it looks like back there, but that's how you can get a little bit more coverage in through the back. So the main thing is we've got the part line now, 2 sections over each way. Got your part line, looking good. Pretend I have gloves on. And then you're gonna go and you're gonna section in through your hairline here. So again, this is important to keep, you know, everything really nice and skinny so you get enough coverage. So I'm not going to go all the way down because I'm going to do some more tutorials today with my hair and it's going to look interesting with all this, but that's fine. All right, so we've painted there, and then go and paint in through here over your next one. And again, using your tail comb, you're going to do like 2 or 3 back, right? You really want to just try and keep those sections nice and clean. So yeah, you might have to reach over top of your head to do that. Get your muscles in. Okay, paint, paint, paint. La la la, nice clean sections. If you want to go further back, you can. The main thing is that you get around the front hairline, in through that parting where you normally part it, and then right in through those temples. So this should be just enough to do that. This is the amount that I use for the Express Gray Blend when you guys come in. If you guys get that done, that's kind of in between treatments. We'll do a quick one of all the essentials and get you out of here with your grays covered where they need to be covered. And then we're gonna wipe, wipe, wipe. And everything should be covered. You can go back if you got any more. Go get these really stubborn guys because oftentimes that happens. But really keeping in mind you don't want to drop that dark color down through the front too much. Okay? Then if you have any stubborn ones in through here, use the remainder of this to pat it on. And I'm going to just grab something to put on those stubborn grays of mine. One sec. Nothing. These guys. These are the ones that you're going to want to put on any grays that are popping up and being annoying. So you just push them down. And what that does is it pushes all the grays into the color so it stays there the whole time while it's processing. Processing time is going to be 25 to 30 minutes. 30 minutes is going to give you a bit more gray coverage. And yeah, so that's how you cover it. Then make sure when you're washing it off in the shower, don't get in your eyes or anything. We have to be smart about this, right? So always lean back, make sure you scrub. Do a couple shampoos if you need to get it out, because it is great coverage, so it's going to grab a little bit more. Okay, I think that's it.